Kiki, a 13-year-old trainee witch, lying idle in a field listening to her father's radio on one blustery day when she hears an announcement that the evening would be clear with a beautiful full moon. She rushes home to meet her mother, Kokiri, and informs her that she intends to leave home that evening, rather than the following month as she had planned. As Kiki rushes to her room to pack, Kokiri tells her client Dora about the age-old tradition of 13-year-old witches leaving home for a year on the night of a full moon to pursue their skill through training. Gigi, her cat, asks why they can't wait until next month while Kiki packs her belongings. She's so excited, and she tells him that if she meets a boy, she will have to stay and not leave. Okino, her father, arrives home and learns of Kiki's plans to leave that night, canceling their previously planned camping trip. He begins calling relatives to inform them that Kiki is leaving, and soon after, Kokiri dresses Kiki in her purple witch's uniform with a red bow on her head. She asks her father if she can take the radio with her, and he does not refuse. That evening, Kiki's family and friends gather to bid her farewell. Her mother offers her a broom in order for her to never get lost. She leaves with her companion, Gigi, a talking black cat. While having difficulty flying at first, she takes off in the direction of the ocean to the south. Along the way, she meets a fortune-telling witch who warns her about the difficulties she may face when settling in a new town. Since she has completed her training, the fortune-teller witch is returning to her hometown. After meeting her, Kiki realizes that she, too, requires a special skill. While Kiki and Gigi are flying around looking for the town, it begins to rain, so Kiki lands inside a train full of hay and decides to sleep there. Kiki eventually flies to the port city of Kuriko on her broomstick. The citizens, on the other hand, appear unfazed by her arrival. While looking for a place to live, Kiki is pursued by Tombo Copley, a geeky boy obsessed with aviation who admires her flying ability. She goes to a hotel, but they refuse to let her in because she is under the age of 18. She is having difficulty finding a place to live. They walk down the street and stop near a bakery, whose owner appears completely overwhelmed by the volume of customers. After assisting Osono in returning a pacifier to a baby, Osono invites her into her home to thank her. They talk over coffee, and Osono learns that Kiki is currently homeless. Kiki gratefully accepts her offer to stay in a small apartment above their storage area. When Kiki enters her room, it is covered in flour. She cleans up the room and goes to bed. The following morning, in exchange for lodging, Kiki assists Osono, the sweet and heavily pregnant owner of Gyudioka Panja, a local bakery. She admits that her only skill is flying, so they decide to start a witch delivery business, delivering goods by broomstick. She goes grocery shopping and is strapped for cash. She sees some girls dressed nicely and wonders if she'll be able to afford nice clothes. When Kiki returns home, one of Osono's regular customers, Maki, notices her and requests that she deliver a birthday gift for her nephew Ket. Kiki gladly accepts, and before she leaves, Tombo notices her ascending into the air, wishing he could fly like her. Unfortunately, her first delivery is a disaster because she is caught in a strong gust of wind and loses the black cat toy she is supposed to deliver. The toy landed on the crow's nest. Kiki is attacked by crows who believe she is attempting to steal their eggs as she attempts to retrieve the toy. Gigi laments how far witches have fallen and how crows used to be their retainers. Kiki comes up with the idea of having Gigi pretend to be the toy cat until she can find the real one because he looks so similar. Gigi is under the watchful eye of the family dog, Jeff, while at the young boy's house. Meanwhile, Kiki discovers the toy cat in the cabin of Ursula, a young painter. When Ursula notices that the toy is ripped, she offers to repair it in exchange for Kiki cleaning her floor. Ursula returns the doll after it has been repaired, and Kiki rushes off to save Gigi. With Jeff's assistance, they are able to easily make the switch and return home. Kiki experiences a slump as demand for her delivery service decreases. Kiki reluctantly accepts a party invitation from Tombo and his aviation club friends. She arrives at her next delivery appointment, the home of an elderly lady who had been attempting to make a herring and pumpkin pot pie for her granddaughter's birthday. Kiki offers Madame and Barsa assistance with her wood-burning oven in order to make the treat and assists with housework while it bakes. Madame quickly recalls that her clock is a few minutes slow, alerting Kiki to the fact that she will be late for Tombo's party. She goes to deliver the pot pie for Madame's granddaughter and it starts to rain heavily on the way. When Kiki arrives at the young girl's house, she is taken aback when the girl expresses her dislike for the pot pie and walks home in silence. Kiki becomes ill with a fever after being exhausted from the journey, soaking wet from the rain, and missing the party. When she recovers, Osono arranges for Kiki to see Tombo again by sending her a package addressed to him. Tombo shows off the new dirigible that arrived in town for repairs after Kiki apologizes for missing the party. He takes her for a test ride in the flying machine he's building out of a bicycle. Kiki grows fond of Tombo but is put off by his petty friends, who appear to look down on her. She walks home defeated, upset. Kiki becomes depressed and realizes she no longer understands Gigi, who has befriended a beautiful white cat who lives next door. Kiki realizes she can no longer understand him and that she is losing her flying ability and witch's powers, forcing her to halt her delivery business. Ursula from the bakery pays Kiki a surprise visit and determines that her crisis is a form of artist's block and offers her time away at her cabin to relax. Kiki notices Ursula working on her latest painting, which was inspired by her encounter with Kiki. Ursula sketches Kiki while explaining how she had been in a similar situation and tells Kiki, "When I was about your age, I decided to become an artist. I enjoyed drawing so much that I almost despised going to bed. Then one day, out of nowhere, I couldn't draw anything. I didn't like anything I drew. I realized that my art up to that point had been a carbon copy of someone else's, things I had seen somewhere. I decided I needed to find my own style. It's still challenging. But then there are the results, they appear to be slightly better than before." She claims that if Kiki can find a new purpose for herself, Kiki pays a visit to Barca and Madame the following morning. She wanted to thank Kiki for her hard work when she was last at the house and present her with a cake. At the same time, the television announces the departure of the dirigible, the Spirit of Freedom. As the Seahorse Band and crowd bid the airship farewell, a sudden gale dislodges the moorings and blows the airship off course, leaving Tombo dangling from the rope beneath the airship. The airship crashes into the clock tower and hangs above the town plaza. Kiki then notices the Tombo dangling from one of the mooring lines of the drifting vessel. As the radio reports that the helium in the dirigible is unlikely to explode, Kiki grabs a push broom from a street sweeper and regains her flying power, flying towards Tombo. The airship becomes entangled in the town's clock tower and a building across the street. Tombo, on the other hand, is still in danger as he clings to the rope beneath the ship. Kiki flies as fast as she can and, after some difficulty keeping the broom in place, rescues Tombo as he slips and falls. During the celebration, Kiki rejoins Gigi, who hops on her shoulder and begins speaking again. She regains her confidence, resumes her delivery service, and writes a letter home saying that she and Gigi are happy and doing great with her witch skills.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.